the journey and actually very determined to get positive results. Nikamwambia, I think let's rule out things because first thing I know is if I don't eat in time I tend to have episodes again. So let's get something because tulikuwa tumekuwa usi for more than 4 hours nilikuwa sijakula.
Yeah.
And I used to like get by that time. Sasa hapa mwisho huku before eating was a problem. Hapa mwisho appetite ilikuwa ya mjengo back to back. Yeah, so we figured, okay, let's get something to eat. Let's monitor if I calm down. Because even by then, wakati the baby's heart rate is in distress, mguu imeanza kufura, I can see I'm veining up. So I know sauce. So that was it. So those are a few things that, of course, the list is endless, but majorly those are a few things that it has sent a low effort man into a coma. And you, as an expectant someone, make sure you get somebody who at least can do some of these things for you, because the journey can be really confusing and a lot overwhelming at the same time. So if you're doing it alone and you get news kama hiyo, you just faint saa hiyo. Because huyo alifanya hadi 3D scan, anatuambia hii heartbeat iko na shida, mtoto hayuko sawa. Na tuko are you serious? We have done 38 weeks. We cannot afford to have a complication right now. Safari inafaa ishe. Because by 38 weeks you can't sleep well. You're too tired, you can't walk, you can't go outside. Ukilala unauma, ukiamka unauma, ukiketi unauma, ukisimama unauma. You can't do anything, you just want to be done. So ukiambiwa it's all in vain, you can really be heartbroken.
Also, don't just listen and accept what you're told, whether by doctors or any other person. Also do some bit of research, some bit of it, because the amount of advice we had from people, the amount of things we were told to do by doctors, most of it we didn't do.
Yeah, we didn't.
We didn't do. Some of the things we were told, you need to go to this hospital, get this checkup, and then after, I know I've skipped this, but after, some of the medicine you're told to have after the baby has come, yeah, that's when you come to realize that's why most girls don't, now most mothers don't have milk, because there's some medicine you're given after, it suppresses the milk kabisa. Now you have to go buy powder.
If you, as we speak right now, I'm 5 months postpartum. I've actually, by the time I was delivering, I was at almost 92 kgs. 2 weeks postpartum. By the time I was 5 days postpartum, nilikuwa nishakata hizo kilo. After delivery, I did like almost 10 kgs down or 12. Yeah. Plus water, placenta, fluids and all that. Then now from 80 to 60 was just really quick. What I have done that helped me, mimi mtoto wangu ako na kilo, tena amekimbiza kilo kabisa. And one thing I love about exclusive breastfeeding, not to throw shades on anyone who cannot. If you cannot produce milk, grace and peace and love to you, I know you're doing your best. But if possible, you can exclusively breastfeed. The importance is the way God has designed breast milk is like, it's so, I can't even explain.
It has every
breast milk has everything your baby needs. That's why it was the primary suggestion for every doctor. If you can, you should. And then it protects the baby from every illness. Unapata kama my baby is 5 months, I've never sijampea hata dawa ya homa. Ati the only time amemeza something was after vaccines, just for the fever na ice cubes, that na zile inaitwa nini, zile oral drops za jaundice. No, za jaundice. When I left the hospital, I was given jaundice ya mtoto because he was turning yellow, but I've never sijampatia any medicine because of breast milk. How breast milk is made, ya mchana inamsaidia anakuwa awake, usiku maziwa ya usiku inatoka inamsaidia analala better. You should research on breast milk. Then unapata it's fascinating. Aki kama ana develop ugonjwa, mate ikiguza hapo, ikienda next production ni ya kutibu hiyo. So the body ina produce enough antibodies to protect the baby. That's why I look like this 5 months and my baby is healthy. Tukienda first clinic after 5 days, nikienda check up, just the first check up, hadi huyo pediatrician akasema huyo atasurpass kgs hivi, because him is tall and then he's adding kgs nicely and he's really kimbizaring milestones. Unajua concern nyingine ya most mothers inakuanga milestones. So breastfeeding can really protect your baby a lot. Now another thing that I've noticed, I would like to really encourage, before you get pregnant, prepare your gut, because if you have a sick gut, inaenda kwa mtoto. Kama unaumwanga na tumbo consistently, just know huyo mtoto utazaa atakuwa anaumwa na tumbo at some point, because kids inherit your gut. Kama unagonjekanga, ujue mtu anaweza kuwa anagonjeka, so you can prepare your gut before pregnancy. Then now during pregnancy, if you can avoid junk, may call them takataka. I get it from him. But like, if you can avoid junk, because junk itaku mess vibaya, it will mess your gut, it will mess your baby's gut. So utapata hizi vitu utakosa kuziona saizi, but utaziona after. I think during pregnancy we didn't take juice, didn't take sugars, sijui sodas, you know, but you were fine. And when the baby came, I have seen the results, because amekimbiza milestones. He started, alianza kushika at 3 months. By the time he's 3.5, he's starting to sit on his own. By the time ana click 4 months, he's sitting. Saizi with support at 5 months, you know, ana roll. He's ako karibu kutambaa. Hizo milestones ni because on my side, in as much as God is very faithful, amemweka. On my side, I have tried as a parent to make sure hata mimi when I delivered kuna vitu zenye I could not eat. Sijakula pizza, by the tangu tupatane nishaikula pizza. 3 years I have not taken pizza. Look, I'm not dead. So I'm trying to say, if you can take care of your gut, it will really protect your baby, because garbage in, garbage out, period.
Yeah. Men, look for a place to let out your feelings. Because that is the one time I realized most people don't talk about the things that men go through throughout that period and after. One, there is the pressure of looking for capital to assist with the whole scenario. So if you are not planned, you still have to go work and do all that. And there's still the scare of something has happened and you're not there. Look for a place to get actual information and release your stress. And I'm not talking about a bar. I'm not talking about your friends who have no kids or who have a bad marriage. I'm talking about a place where you can actually get assistance, both mentally and also, even if it's financially, it's through a connection with this and that. Ndio at least upunguze stress. 2, however your wife woke up in the morning and the way she is 2 hours later and the way she is in the afternoon and the way she is in the evening, I promise you, that's not her per se. I used to look at you sometimes, listen to the way you're talking, I'm like, this one was you're very apologetic. So when you say something and then you notice, kama nimesema kitu mbaya, you'd even say sorry, and I'm like, okay, that's actually quite nice. But most girls will not say that. So most men take it like it's a gospel truth. Hivyo venye ameniambia ni hivyo. You're forgetting she's going through so many things. She might say something yenye ni hiyo emotion ako nayo na hiyo pressure ako nayo, anashindwa sasa, anasema tu. Doesn't mean sasa iko hivyo forever and ever. Other thing, as all this is happening, just be there. Like, you can even be there, not say a word, but be there. I don't know, I think you said it a few times about the presence of the man being there, but I saw it firsthand just by use, because I think you'd look at me to gauge how bad things are.
Yeah.
And in the process, you'd know, okay, I think I'm okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
There's that part of when she gets to a part of she feels like she's not pretty anymore. A woman, her main currency is her beauty. So she would say it a lot. Njoo nimeanza kuwa dark huku, mdakia, hata nimeanza kuwa mkubwa, ama sky poa. Ama unaniona nakaa sijui aje. And I'm like, no, you're fine. You're just creating life, which is going to change you in so many ways.
Yeah.
You're just there to constantly remind her she's fine, she's okay, it's just a phase. Let her do it. But be present. Hizi ideologies za kitambo za uliambiwa men are not supposed to be in delivery rooms, men are not supposed to be going through this together. But you see, it's an escape. You're running away from it and then you're going to deal with it later.
Yeah.
Because kama singekuwa hiyo time yote, singe understand any of this.
Yeah.
Now that the baby has come, it's a few months in. One, she now doesn't like you the same way she used to love you. Because to her, you abandoned her in the most needy moments of her life.
Yeah.
So she will never see you the same.
Mm.
It doesn't matter if you are pouring money on her like nobody's business.
Yeah.
She will never look at you the same. Because two, she will never see you as the strong man that you think you are. Because why were you running away when it was hard? And then now coming back when the baby is here, it looks easy. I'm using the word it looks easy because now you can see the baby is outside of her, so si atajichunga, mtoto ajichunge. As long as she eats right and has enough milk, the baby will be fine. So she will never see you the same way. Three, in those moments zote, she's also gauging what kind of partner she picked. You've heard her speak. She's gauging what kind of partner did I actually pick, because most of the time unapatanga you spend time together, yes, but when tests are there and serious tests, that's when you know who you are with, because this is the person you're meant to be with forever. This is the person who's going to be the parent to the child that she's going to give birth to. Anataka kuona pia huyu ni mtu aina gani.
I beg to add something there. So ladies, women, once you're pregnant or freshly postpartum, it will matter who you picked, because you ni kama uwa unachizi. When I was 3 months postpartum, me, I almost left the baby and just went, because what do you mean I'm sweating anyhowly? What do you mean my body is changed? What do you mean I feel like nasikia kama let me contextual wheelbarrow imegongwa sana, because my body was really struggling to come back together. And until I do proper research, I really had a long conversation with ChatGPT during and postpartum, because I was wondering, okay, sasa mbona nasikia mguu imebaki nyuma na ingine imeenda mbele? Mbona nasikia nikishuka kwa kitanda mwili I'm going but the body is not going. You understand? And those moments of your life, wakati umechange, and those changes you can't control. You can see your skin imechange. You can see your body is really struggling to adjust. When you're freshly postpartum, your milk inamwagika huku na huku, you have painful nipples. It will matter who you married. If you married mtu upside down, you will feel like shit, because they will not help you navigate that moment vizuri uhili. Utaweza kuwa kabisa, utaweza ruka akili, si uongo. So it's very important, because that support will really go a long way. Itakusaidia kuheal, because it's taken me like 4 months to be able to work around my back. Now I can be able to walk. By then I couldn't walk at all. Somebody who used to run 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers, I would run, I would walk.
Easily.
I was a very fit person. Then now postpartum, I'm just wondering, why can't I walk? Ama huyu mtoto nimwache hapa mimi niende nigundue maisha yangu itakuaje? Because in that moment I'm just feeling the heat. So you see, if you are not a very supportive person, very intentional, because now that you had seen the journey, you had been with me in the labor room, you knew exactly how even when the pain, unajua kuna kwanga na ile, there's that one push in women call it can even tear you. When I almost did that push, I almost died. I think niliona black. I thought I would die. Then I just told him, mimi nimefika mwisho, gundue nimefika mwisho. Then I wanted to pass out, but he was there, akanishikilia, akaniambia, nimeona kichwa ya mtoto, sasa itabidi ujikaze, imefika hapo kwa mwisho. So then now that encouraged me, nikakumbuka, siko peke yangu guy, walai. Then I summoned energy to push the baby. Then now after, during recovery, there was a lot of grace extended. And you see, because you see postpartum, there's bleeding, you're bleeding, you're sweating, you're releasing milk, a lot is happening, and it's painful, especially if you're doing it for the first time. It's painful, very painful. So now, if you don't have somebody who is understanding you, akuhurumie tu, because unataka tu mtu, I hope unaona naumia. That's just a validation. You just want mtu aone, okay, by the vile una feel ni valid. That will take you a long way. Bure, if you're fresh postpartum, it will matter who you married.
Yeah. And I think we said quite a lot about all this. Now, the work that comes is actually raising the boy and the ones that are going to come. Yeah. please have a conversation about any next if there is a next. But going forward, it's more of realizing that the few months that I've been there, you start realizing that you don't raise kids. They are
They
raising
raise
you.
you. Wow. Yeah.
And you realize it, people say that, but you realize it because sometimes when you're pissed off because the baby is crying, what has the baby actually done to you? Nothing. Maybe he's sleepy. Maybe he's hungry. Maybe for some reason the diaper is full. Okay, there are times you've checked the 3, but the baby is still crying. But when you're pissed off, it's not about the baby, it's about you. So you start healing traumas and things that you have never thought about through this baby. Your work as a father first here is to train this child to grow up to be a man who can sustain himself. And when I say sustain himself, it's he can understand how to do things without you. Not to raise the kid the way some of us were raised.
He's
so
very
that
dependent.
when you're done with school, now you're doing the black tax thing where you come back to help. But you're coming back to help and you don't have answers to any of the questions. That comes from, by the way, I have to go down there. That comes from the schools. In school, you used to be asked questions to answers that we don't know. Because you've not gone through understanding what exactly you're being asked about. But you're expected to have answers. So your work is to raise that kid to have answers to questions that in real life he's going to use. And in short, that's the way we're going to look at it, because there is no other way around it. And don't forget God.
Yeah.
Ever.
When you start with him.
I can confirm this entire journey has worked the way it has worked
because of God.
Because of him. Those times that we thought evil kimumana, it's just a mere test of, okay, you're saying you're
ready for this. Are you though?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And when you think about it like that, to your face, like you actually say it, yes, I'm ready for it, bring it, let's go. I know it's trying, it's almost the last thing. And lastly, with you I realized this life is it's we say it's hard, but it's actually quite simple. Because when your body is sick, you don't want anything else.
You just want to be okay. Yeah.
So if
that's the only thing that mattered.
Yeah. If you want something, stop thinking of another thing. Think of that thing and that thing only. Yeah, and you'll be fine. Why is this doing like this? Doesn't see me. Yeah.
I know. I know a lot of women struggle with breastfeeding. What I can advise you is you don't need to overeat. You just need to eat. You don't need to overeat. If you're hungry, kula kweli kweli. In fact, ukisikia njaa, kula, and don't be shamed for it, because your body will always, if it needs something, mwili yako itaitisha. And I'm talking through and after pregnancy. So after pregnancy, your body will mostly crave what it is that it needs to repair. For example, I didn't take meat the whole year. Now after pregnancy, I started craving a lot of proteins because my body was repairing. So right now I just take a lot of those. So if you're breastfeeding, you don't need to overeat. Unaweza add kilos zikusumbue sana kutoa. Just eat when you're hungry. Kula proper, ushibe. Lakini you don't need to eat ati wacha nikule maembe, ama niongeze njugu, ama nikule. No, don't eat.
An actual meal.
Just have an actual meal. Itakusaidia usikue na kilo as it makes sense. Because it's a struggle to lose that weight. And especially when your pelvic floor is recovering and you you have weight, it's more of a struggle. When you have lesser weight, it's easier to recover. And if you're struggling with that kabeli, you can get a postpartum belt. And there's a pregnancy belt and then there's a postpartum belt. It can help you with the weight ya mtoto during pregnancy, and then after inasaidia mgongo, because it really is important to support your back. Mgongo tu ni moja.
And as we end this, all the myths that you have been taught and passed down to you as traditions, men don't do this, women, you're supposed to do this, when it comes to delivery, do this, do that. Those are their traditions make you worse.
Break the
Like,
rules.
there is no, you see that tree that's straight, zinafanyangwa nini? Ukatwa to be used as poles, as I don't know what. It's used for so many things. But you see that crooked one, no one cares about it. No one touches it, because that crooked one has been looking for things, has trying to understand his own thing. By the time it finds its way, it knows its own, it has its own tradition, it has its own way of doing things. Fuata hiyo, wachana na watu. People are going to tell you things online. This is your life, this is your child, your wife. Do what you need to do to assist your child, your wife. That is your family. And lastly, whatever pill you're taking, red, blue, whichever, black, white, you take it. But remember, at the end of the day, this is it. Like, a man comes from wherever and creates his own home. His own home. Then he creates his own family. When you get your partner, tengeza familia, hiyo ni familia yako. So whatever it is, you're coming with ideologies from wherever, don't forget that part. And whatever you water and however you water it, based on the beliefs that you have, based on the things that you say to her and to the kids and to all that, realize it is going to come very soon. So kama wewe uko negative, girls are like this, bibi wanakuanga, watoto wanakuanga, that is what is going to happen. I'm telling you that because that is the reality of how things are. So if you want a future with your partner, it takes work. All the experiences we've taken you through, it took work. It took going through them, to understand her, to see her in that, to see myself in it and figure out, okay, I'm going through this also. What do I do? How do I solve this? In the process, she's going through this also. She can see me going through something, but she doesn't know what to say. But when she has the courage, she tells me, sit, we talk. We talk. That vulnerability, wacha ikuje hiyo part. Ni nyinyi wawili, sio nyinyi na dunia. Hiyo part, that one thing I've loved with this entire journey is us being able to have grace to actually look at life like that. Ni sisi wawili. There are other people, there is family, extended family, sawa. But at the end of the day, jioni mko pamoja, asubuhi mko pamoja, you're building together. The minute you lose track of that, you start messing up the entire thing and you're just starting. Yeah. So, come. Kuja. Pate. Bleta. Hi, boy. So,
This is Conrad at 5 months.
This is 5 months. See, he can stand. Yeah? Okay. Anakataa kusimama.
Hataki stories zako. A thriving baby.
Yeah.
Egg.
So this is what we got. This is what we have been talking about. Yeah. And I'm a happy man.
Nani anachuna mama?
Baba, say hi to people and then we say bye.
Hey, okay.
Yeah?
So, yeah, typical baby with zero concentration.
He's sleepy.
Sorry, what do you want? Sawa.
Come.
Tumesema sorry.
Yeah?
Okay. Oh, I think hiyo ndio itakuwa thumbnail.
Yeah.
Conrad, angalia huko.
Say hi. Say hi.
Kari.
Good. Okay. Sawa. Oh, yeah.
Angalia.